Throughout history, traditional rulers in Ghana have maintained their authority over their respective territories, governing their people with wisdom and guidance. Among these rulers, the Asantehene, often referred to as paramount chiefs, stand out as custodians of their people's customs and culture. However, in the hierarchy of chieftaincy, there is one figure whose influence and authority extend far beyond that of any paramount chief, otumfuo Asantehene. To understand why it is futile for any paramount chief or traditional ruler to compare themselves to or disrespect the Asantehene, it is essential to explore the unique role he plays within the structure of Ghanaian traditional leadership. The paramountcy, which includes rulers from territories such as Akyem Abuakwa, Akyem Kotoku, Kwawu, Tachiman, Akwamu, Denchira, Dwaban, Dorma, Mampon, and others, is indeed powerful within their own jurisdictions. Some chiefs, like the Dwabanhene and Mamponhene, may have larger retinues and more elaborate displays of gold paraphernalia, yet they remain essentially on the same level as one another. They each hold authority over their people and lands, but their power does not extend beyond their own borders. As paramount chiefs, their leadership is paramount only within the confines of their respective territories or states, and it is an unspoken rule that none among them can create new paramount chiefs. Doing so would pose a direct threat to their own positions. Yet, the Asantehene stands apart. From its founding in 1701, the Asante Kingdom has held a unique place in the history of chieftaincy. After successfully freeing themselves from Denchira's domination and subsequently subjugating them, the Asante people, led by King Osei Tutu I and his military strategist Okomfo Anoche, established a powerful kingdom. Central to this new kingdom was the Sika Jwa, the golden stool, which symbolized the unity and authority of the Asante people. It was through this stool that the Asantehene's singular role was cemented. Unlike other traditional rulers who remain Ormanhene within their jurisdictions, Otumfuo Asantehene transcends the title of paramount chief. The Asantehene does not simply oversee a territory. He is the singular figure who has the constitutional authority, bestowed by the Asante tradition, to establish new paramount chiefs, a role that none of the other paramount chiefs can claim. The process of nominating and enthroning an Asantehene underscores his distinctiveness. The Asantehemaa, the queen, nominates the candidate who is first installed as Kumase Manhene, the Ormanhene of Kumase. However, this is only the first stage of his ascension. After swearing allegiance to the Council of Kumase Chiefs or the Abrempan, the Kumase Manhene assumes the title of Otumfuo Asantehene, a role that places him above paramountcy. But this new Asantehene must also swear allegiance to over 70 Asante paramount chiefs, the rulers of the constituent states of Asanteman, before his reign is fully ratified. This intricate and symbolic process reflects the power vested in the golden stool itself, which has ensured the Asantehene's supremacy over the centuries. When the stool first descended onto the lap of Osei Tutu Kofi in 1701, it solidified a system that would be repeated 16 times over the next 300 years. The Asantehene is not merely a paramount chief. He embodies the authority of the entire Asante nation and the spiritual essence of the Asante people. This authority is reinforced through ancient rituals, such as those performed with the Busumuru sword at Pampa Aso, which further strengthen and sanctify the Asantehene's rule. He does not just occupy the stool, he is the indomitable and unconquerable ruler seated upon the golden stool and becomes Otekor Korsuo. In this role, all titles and accolades belonging to the paramount chiefs, such as Oderfuo, Dasebre, Ordiniho, Osajefuo, Osiadeo, and others, merge into a singular, unparalleled title, Otumfuo, Opemsuo, the Almighty. From this elevated position, the Asantehene holds the power to create paramountcy within his jurisdiction, having done so for over 30 paramount chiefs in territories such as Yarmfo, Kukuom, Tepa, Asankari, Mim, Sampa, Banda, Japekrom, Goaso, and, many more. This ability to create new paramount chiefs is a testament to the unique status no other chief can claim. It places him on a plane far above any other traditional ruler in Ghana. While each paramount chief commands respect within their respective domains, none of them can wield the same authority as the Asantehene. To compare any paramount chief to the Asantehene would be to misunderstand the very foundations of the Asante Kingdom, and the significance of the golden stool. More importantly, any attempt to disrespect the Asantehene is not only baseless, but also shows a deep lack of understanding of the hierarchy of traditional leadership. The Asantehene's authority is rooted in history, sanctified by tradition, and solidified by the golden stool. Therefore, any paramount chief or traditional ruler who attempts to compare themselves to the Asantehene, or worse, disrespect him, is engaging in a futile and misguided exercise. The Asantehene's status is beyond comparison, not just because of the historical precedent set by his predecessors, but because the golden stool itself represents the unity, power, and divine right of the Asante people. Like, subscribe for more videos.